Band directors, your eyes can be almost as valuable as your ears in telling you what your band is doing during a rehearsal. Now, I'm not talking about the obvious things that anyone would notice, like bad posture or wrong instrument position or cheeks puffing way out or drumsticks way up in the air. There are some other more subtle visual cues that can give you valuable insight into how you can help your students. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 examples. Seeing your students move up and down a lot is potentially a big clue on a couple of breathing issues. First, always watch for rising shoulders. If you're seeing students breathe this way, it's just creating tension. A good breath is going to expand the lower abdomen and keep the shoulders relaxed. So if you're seeing students raise their shoulders when they breathe, take some time to reteach what good breathing looks like. The other feedback that you can get from a lot of vertical movement is potentially an incorrect air-tongue concept. Now, bouncing up and down a little bit can be fine if the music calls for a lot of staccatos or accents. But most of the time, good phrasing is going to require a more horizontal approach to your air, more consistent and sustained. So when your students know how to use their air, you're not going to see a whole lot of vertical body movement. Where are your students' eyes when they're playing music? Are they looking at the conductor? That's a good thing. Are their eyes glued to their music? That can be okay too. But if their eyes are wandering around the room or if they're just looking at their neighbor, those are important clues. When a student is just watching their neighbor and trying to mimic what they are doing, it's a sign that they either lack the skills to read their music or maybe they lack the confidence to do it themselves. So either way, it gives you a data point that they need some extra help. When you see a student's eyes not on their music, not on their neighbor, but kind of just looking around the room, it may be that they lack skills or they're just losing focus, but it also might be that they actually don't have music in front of them. So if you suspect that that may be the case, find a time where you can kind of wander behind them, see if they have music on their stand, and then help them obtain it if they don't. I'm working really hard to get the drum pad in frame for this one, but we want to talk about stick height. And when we talk about watching stick height in rehearsal, it's not just are the sticks too high all the time, because you're going to hear that that's too loud. You want to watch for the difference in stick height. When a drummer plays with good technique, there are times where the stick is going to come up and times when it should stay low. So teach your drummers the different stroke types and how to apply those to skills like accents, flams, and drags. Most embouchure issues are either too hard to spot in rehearsal or they're going to require a significant amount of time to help a student fix them. There is one that you can watch out for, and that is if you see a sax or clarinet mouthpiece moving around as the student plays, that is something that you can help in rehearsal. And at this point, I've been working with my 8th grade band for a couple of weeks, and this has already come up twice with students who didn't have in-person instruction during the pandemic. I saw the mouthpiece moving around. I was just able to go up to them and say, to put your top teeth on the mouthpiece, keep a fairly good grip on it, and that was something that was able to be easily addressed in rehearsal. If you watch really carefully, you can notice fingerings that aren't quite ideal. So keep an eye out for the standard woodwind alternate fingerings. Make sure your trumpets are adjusting their low Ds and C sharps with their third valve slide. I also like to have my flute players play with the left thumb key all the time unless there's a B natural in the music. So if I see them playing with the 1 and 1 B flat, I'll just remind them, hey, we're going to use the left thumb key to make the technique easier. Now, most of these fingerings and embouchure issues and seeing the music on the stand, those kinds of things are all going to require that you get off the podium. So that's why I've set up my warm-ups in a way that allows me to move around the room. I have my students play through the warm-ups with an audio track, so I don't have to be in front conducting the warm-up. And these warm-ups give students practice at some of these skills that we've been talking about, and it frees me up to get around the room and check on some of these things. So if you're interested, my warm-ups are available at amplifiedwarmups.com. It's a series of 9 progressive warm-ups that take students through the first 4 years of band. There's even a sample warm-up that you can try out with your band. And again, those are all available at amplifiedwarmups.com. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If so, please consider giving it a like, subscribing, sharing it, leaving a comment. Any of those things will help these videos to reach other band directors. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.